you and me are bored of regularities, living all the dreams, playing all the games, and getting high on love. They can chase us down, but we will always win. Leading every dance, feeling every touch, and getting high on love. We're invincible. Trust in me. We're invincible. Don't you see?
What's up, everybody?
Good morning.
So it's been a crazy past couple of days.
A little bit of a backstory.
And work and stress, and
Yeah.
Amy's schedule's been really crazy with cakes and whatnot. And, one of them didn't turn out like she wanted to. It kind of messed up when I took it to the fire station. But been full of stress, and I think that so we both feel like we've been attacked by Satan. We got a lot of good news and a lot of good things happening lately, and he's just been trying to come in and trying to ruin it. So it's been kind of stressful. So,
And those of you guys who are Christians or in the faith, you guys know when you're trying to do something good or when you got something good happening for you, that Satan just wants to steal your joy. And today we're on our way to Panama City, Mexico Beach area with our church, because we're going to be helping out in any way that they need us today and tomorrow. And we have been so spiritually attacked these past 2 or 3 days. It has literally been the worst past few days. But despite all of what we've been through, we got up this morning at 2 o'clock in the morning and we got ready to go, met at
very
the
little
church.
sleep. So Satan, you will not win.
Yeah. So we're here. We're doing it anyway, and he didn't succeed in keeping us at home. He didn't succeed at not allowing the trip to happen. And our encouragement to others in situations like this is to just keep fighting. And usually when you start reaching at the point of where you're being attacked as bad as you are, or as bad as we were, it's meant to be. Just keep pushing forward.
Yeah, because the easiest thing would have been to do was go right back to bed and just not even go today, but then we would have regretted it.
Yeah, and he would have won and succeeded. So yeah, just keep pushing through. It's a good thing when he's after you anyway. So just keep the faith and just keep trucking. So anyway, we're gonna vlog throughout the trip and hopefully try to get this posted when we get back. We won't really have a whole lot of service from what we're being told. So yeah, we'll just let you guys know what's going on. In the meantime, keep the faith.
What you eat, baby?
We're at the Waffle House. So I
We're at
always
the
get
Waffle
hash
House.
browns. Smothered custard.
What you eating, buddy?
Broccoli to my backyard.
What you eating, Miko? We're in Florida, buddy.
What?
We're in Florida.
Oh, I can't see.
My glasses.
You got your glasses.
We're helping.
We're helping.
We're helping.
What are you doing, Mikhail?
Unloading the truck.
Hey guys.
What?
What? Peace. All right, what are we doing right now?
Here, get up. You can see my fat belly. Point it up. There you go.
Oh my goodness. All right, so
I've been eating good.
We're delivering. Oh, look what I got. Can you guess what this is? Can you guess? Spark. We got Spark.
okay, so we're out on the mission field. We're helping people. We're loaded up and ready to bring some food and supplies to people that are in need. We've been at the church for the past couple of hours, kind of boxing things up, bagging things up, food, toiletries.
And now we're going to different locations so people can pick what they need.
Yeah.
'Cause
So
there's stuff in the trunk.
we're
You want me to show them?
packed and loaded. No, we're good. We got everybody just kind of in a line here. and we're just on our way. Just want to give you guys an update. How's everybody feeling? Is everybody excited?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Energized.
yes, ma'am.
Energized. If y'all need Spark, buy it from them.
I took some kind of Pro 420.
Must be a new product.
Oh, plug-in.
All right, we'll check back with you guys in just a little bit. Stay tuned.
Get all
Uplifting, upbeat, real. This is the Gulf Coast 88.3 Way FM.
All right, so we're down here just west of Panama City, called what was it called? Bayou Bay, Florida. We're coming through the pretty hard hit areas over here where not a whole lot of people are coming to help out. So we're coming up dropping off food and clean supplies and all kinds of stuff like that, and just trying to help some people out.
Daddy, look at the grass. It looks like carpet.
Morning, everybody. We didn't vlog last night because we were all exhausted from a extremely long day yesterday. So woke up this morning. About 5 part of the team yesterday, they ended up going back yesterday after we dropped off the supplies, and the rest of us went back to the condo and we stayed the night. But like I said, we were all like super tired, so we went to bed. When we got up this morning, we're heading back. We're going to take the long trip back, which should be, I think the ride I saw was just under 5 hours. And the rest of the team, they're going to a meeting this morning, and then they're going out to serve a little bit more today, and then they're heading back tonight. But we decided to come down here so the kids can see the Gulf of Mexico beach, Panama City Beach. So we're going to come down here on the beach and let them see that, and then grab some breakfast, and we are on the road.
Heading back so I can watch the...
You tired, baby?
Yeah, I'm still tired.
Yeah, she's still tired. She may sleep on the way back. All right. Bye, Panama City.
Goodbye, Panama City.
Michaela, say bye, Panama City.
Bye, PC.
See you next time.
See you next time.
All right, guys. So you can't already tell, we made it back.
We're home.
So it was a very fun, rewarding trip. Well, let me start with saying this: my first time. Is it your first time helping others?
I used to do it a lot when I was in Hawaii as a teenager. We used to do a lot of this kind of things. But it's the first time in my adult life, I think, that I've done this in a very long time.
It was my first. Well, when I was in church, we actually went up around Christmas time to help out feeding the homeless in Atlanta. But actually going down somewhere else, helping out victims of either tornadoes or hurricanes or whatever. It was our first time doing it as a family, and man, it was fun.
Life-changing.
It was life-changing. I would highly recommend doing it. I was lucky enough and blessed enough to be able to get the days off to do it. So if y'all can do it, do whatever you can to get the days off. Take vacation time, but go out there and be part of that and help others.
Put yourself aside. Yeah, be selfless. Because I can tell you one thing that I learned through the trip was that you can see all these things on TV and you can see pictures that other people post, but it's nothing compared to actually being right there in the midst of it. Because I had seen trees down from this hurricane and other hurricanes that have hit, and I've seen damage and I've seen those, catastrophic things like that. But none of it prepared me for what I actually felt when I could actually drive through a neighborhood and saw devastation, literally with my own eyes.
And what you see in the videos and the pictures that we post
It's
on
humbling.
here, it really doesn't take it in perspective. You actually have to be there to see it. I mean, you'll see in the videos and the pictures that are on this this vlog, but like I said, you can't really put it in perspective unless you're actually there and see it in person, see it firsthand. It's crazy.
But also, it makes your problems at home not seem like a big deal. The week prior to us leaving, it was really chaotic. It was so joyful in other ways because we've been blessed, and with some personal things we've been praying about. It just God opening doors for us and stuff. And then all of a sudden, it was like we started getting spiritually attacked, and it was because we were going to do something great, and because we were getting these great blessings that we have waited for years for. And Satan tried to keep us from being there, but we fought against it, and we were able to be there and to be touched and come home with life-changing perspective. And I think that was well worth all of the fight that we had to go through last week. Wouldn't you agree?
Mm-hmm.
For sure. So
I highly recommend taking part in one of these. It's very rewarding. I would highly recommend it.
And our church does it every time there's a catastrophic event like this. They were there for Katrina. They were there for Harvey, and they're down there now for the aftermath of Michael. They've served hot meals. They've served. Let's see, what did we do? On day one, we showed up at a satellite church, and people have been bringing in donations and donations and donations of food and toiletries and cleaning supplies and baby products. And basically, we came down there with a boatload, and we helped unload it, and then we have to segregate it like in different piles, and then we have to make bags. We have to make bags for women that had toilet paper and toothpaste and toothbrushes and shampoo and conditioner, because some of these people don't have that right now. And then we would have to make a men's bag and a baby's bag, and Philip and Logan were helping prepare food boxes, in which you guys were able to go out in the field and pass those out to families that have no power and their houses were destroyed. Even some of these people didn't have a roof on their house.
No, and then also with them getting stuff, the ironic thing of it is these churches and these organizations down there, they get donations and then they start running out. Mm-hmm. And when they get close to being out of the blue, a church like ours or any other church out there or other organizations, they show up like right at the last minute, like God sent them, and another shipment of supplies arrive. Then when they start running out again, another church organization shows up
So
and
God's
replenishes
people are-
it. So
God's people are working. I
and
mean,
they're coming from all over the place. They're coming
Yeah.
from Canada even. We went out to a really bad area. It's kind of in between Panama City and Mexico Beach. It's called Bayou George, I think it's called Bayou George.
Bayou Bay.
Bayou Bay, something like that. But it was a really hard hit, low income area. And there was food vendors out there. And this one in particular was barbecue, and they were out of Michigan and Canada. And they were serving free food,
free drinks.
free drinks. It
Hot
didn't matter if it
food.
was for workers or for the victims in there.
And tell about
and
the
it's-
lady that stopped by when we were there. Her firefighter.
And yeah,
nephew.
it's getting so bad down there that the people are looting, and I mean just about every house that we saw down there or mobile home, there's a sign up front saying "You loot, we shoot." I mean, it's getting pretty bad down there, and that's stuff that's just not being shown on TV. And we came across one lady in that area that she was in need, and I can't remember if it was her son or her nephew was a volunteer firefighter down there, and just after the storm hit, he went out trying to save people, and he lost his life. So not only are they trying to clean up after themselves and rebuild, but now they got to have a funeral. So it's very
She
heartbreaking.
was crying. Philip gave her a hug. I thought that was really sweet because here he's a firefighter and he could relate to her. But at the same time, he was packing her trunk full of boxes of food, and she was getting out just kind of like, you could tell she was just purely exhausted, mentally, physically. And Philip said, you know, I can give you a hug. That's one thing I can do is I can give you a hug. And he did. And it was just moments like that where you just can't experience that at home watching this on your TV or watching a YouTube video that somebody recorded. You just can't get that same experience.
The news is just showing all the major tourist spots, but they're not really showing these off-beaten paths of these low-income people that just have their lives turned upside down and have no other way to get back up. So
Some of these people were actually living in tents in their yard. We pulled up to one house and this lady had come out and she had her baby just in a diaper and she had a little girl running around just in a pull-up. And, you know, they had a tent outside and I mean, it was just so sad, but it brought joy to me because I was able to walk up and give her a baby bag full of, like, you know, bottles and formula and wipes and baby food and just different things like that, and how grateful that she was, you know. And some of these people had dogs. You know, we encountered several people that had dogs and they needed dog food. Just different things like that. So, you know, for those that donated, it matters to somebody. And like our pastor said today before we hit the road, he said, you know, you may walk away from this experience and you may think, you know, I don't feel like I did a lot. I don't feel like I touched people, or the experience wasn't, you know, magnificent for me. But he's gotten callbacks on different jobs that he's done like this, where people have come back and said, you know, I prayed to God that he would send somebody to me today, because if not, I was going to take my life. You know, you don't understand the kind of hardship these people are going through. You know, you might get your light bill shut off this month, you know, and that might be a great big deal. But these people out here are experiencing things that we haven't experienced. And, you know, they need us. They need people like us who are willing to sacrifice work and money or whatever it may take to get in a car and drive 5 hours down there, and within 36 hours we're back driving 5 hours to get back home. But we don't do that for ourselves, and we don't do that for anything else, but just because we want to help somebody and we want to tag with these other people that have the same heart and give beyond ourselves so that we can make somebody's day and we can save somebody's life.
And there's a lot of people down there still that were strong enough that they didn't really want any of our stuff, because either they've already been brought stuff, or two, they felt like there was other people in more need. And these are some people that just had trees and stuff all around their mobile home. And guys, people were inside mobile homes with winds around 150, even wind gusts of 180. And we talked to one particular couple, and they were in there for three and a half hours dealing with this wind, trees falling out down all around their mobile home. And they said their ears were popping and they felt like the mobile home was fixing to take off. But I mean, God actually stopped that from happening. And every mobile home around there, I mean, there were some that were totally demolished, but there was quite a few that are still standing. So
There was even one where we found a trailer in the trees. I mean, that we had to stop and take a picture of that, and we'll definitely insert these pictures in here so you guys can see just some of the things that we saw. Some of the things literally had our mouths dropped, and the experience for our kids was great. I mean, Logan kept saying, I want to help, I want to help. You know, the whole way down there, he was like, you got to tell me why we're doing this, because, you know, when we go to Florida, we're having fun, you know, and this was not that kind of trip. We weren't going to have fun. This was not about us. It was not about, you know, fun for them. It was about sacrifice and doing something for others. And so we explained to him, you know, the hurricane and what had happened, and, you know, the sadness on his face. He was in there in the church while we were packing food, and he was counting boxes, and we would try to talk to him. He'd say, no, leave me alone. I have a job, you know, and that warmed my heart just seeing him getting involved, you know. And when we got out into the field and we were actually passing food out and stuff, he kept seeing Philip go and go door to door just to see, you know, how the people were doing, if they needed anything. And he kept pouting in the car because he was like, I want to go do something too. So we finally let him get out a couple of times towards the end, and he was just full of joy to hand a box of food to somebody. So I know the experience for them was great. And then, you know, obviously the same experience for Michaela. She was very touched that she got to experience helping somebody. It's a good lesson for your kids.
Yeah, so get out and do it.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely do it. And if you need a church that is going to be like heading down, I think our church is going to bring a couple of more groups down in the coming weeks. And so if you guys are interested, just, you know, let us know below and we'll hook you up with Northridge. And you can be on the next bus down there for a couple of days to help out. I'm sure they would greatly appreciate it. But in the meantime, be grateful for what you have, because we really do have it great.
Yo, Baker family. Turn it and switch it in Zoom.
We're invincible. We're invincible.